please move those reports. Or is there a motion? Is there a motion to those?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Please those reports.
Please rise. Dallas County Commissioners Court is now in session for the August 2011 term with the Honorable Clay Lewis Jenkins presiding. Please remain standing for the invocation.
And our invocation today will be given by a guest of Commissioner Garcia.
Thank you, George, colleagues, members of the audience. Our invocation today is going to be given by Elder Edward H. Thomas III from the Porter's House of Dallas. Mr. Thomas serves as an ordinated elder and devoted member of the Porter's House of Dallas under the leadership of Bishop T. B. Jakes. He has been a member since 1988. He received a BA in Criminal Justice from the University of Oklahoma in 1992 and a Master's of Education with a concentration in Biblical Counseling from Southwestern Baptist Theological Seminary in 2002. Mr. Thomas has over 25 years of professional experience in the public and social service sector. He has been employed since 1994 with the Dallas Housing Authority and is currently a Section 3 and Resident Employment Coordinator. He and his wife Alicia have been married for 4 years and make their home in Grand Prairie. Thank you so much for joining us.
Let us bow our heads. Eternal God, our Father, Creator and Sustainer of all that is or will ever be, we come this morning with hearts of gladness and joy, giving you thanks for another beautiful day. Lord, we ask that you accept our thoughts for this day and all its blessings. I pray that you guide and direct the presiding officer, the county commissioners, and those who will speak here on the day. Grant that each of us may feel our responsibility to our community, city, state, and to our great country. Father, I ask that you bless this meeting this morning and the remainder of our day. And all that would say amen. Amen.
Welcome to the meeting of the Dallas County Commissioners Court. They will be considering items on our official agenda, then we'll recess for an informal work session. We'll hear from registered speakers. We'll go out of order for the closed session on a matter we briefed on because of the federal court hearing this morning. We come back, we'll rest our work, and then we will go on the remaining work. All right. We have no resolution this morning. However, we do have a special presentation this morning. Would Michael Morrison and Chris Cloud please come forward?
Well, good morning. Judge, commissioners, good morning. It's nice to see you. We're here to present to you, the commissioners, and to some of your staff a terrific job on the Regional Emission Enforcement Program. This is where our staff at the county governments and you help us determine where fraudulent inspections are occurring. As you know, this is a growing problem. You've been recognized by the United States Environmental Protection Agency, along with Ellis County, in implementing a program to improve air quality within the region. One of a dozen or so awards across the United States. So we're here to say thank you. We're here to congratulate you. And I think if Sheriff Valdez is here, Chief Deputy Joseph Costa, the hardworking Task Force Commander Jason Hargraves, and Jerry Kitchens, who worked very hard on this particular program, if they would come forward, we would like to recognize them along with you in making our air cleaner with regard to this particular program. So, Judge, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations.
Michael, you've been a tremendous help on this as well, and help on the LIRAC funding and making sure it's been a successful program. You've been great to work with, and you did a phenomenal job on helping to secure the bond money that is coming our way.
I've just been so pleased because these men really put their life on the line many times when they make the grades on these illegal inspection places. They find that there are a lot of other illegal things going on, such as drug dealing and other things that they're able to affect. And so it's a very dangerous job as well as a very valuable job. And we are not going to be able to pass the standards unless we cut down on our emissions. And this program is foremost in the country in doing that. And I'm glad to say I had a small chance to be involved with this program. And it's wonderful. And whenever we had problems, we could always go to the COG, and they would very creatively and helpfully help us out. And I just wish you the best. I wish I'd been able to go to Washington and participate in that. Thank you very much for coming.
I think Chief Costa, you represent us in Washington?
No, I didn't get a chance to go. I was supposed to go, but something else came up, so it was in Washington or DC.
Judge Commissioners, we were definitely honored to be able to go to Washington and accept this award on behalf of the program. Yeah, I think it shows the importance of the program to receive a national award like that, and certainly shows how hard the task force members have worked over the years. So, yeah, we appreciate the support and honoring the forces.
Well, it's another example of the great job on the part of our sheriff's department, everybody in the task force.
And Jerry, I'm so glad you're here because Jerry is the original head of the task force. And Jerry's been with it since the inception. And Jerry, I just want to tell you that job well done for both you, and I'm awfully glad that Captain Hargraves is now participating. I know that you all work so well together. It's been a great collaboration that people can do together, and that's the important thing.
Thank you. And we couldn't have done what was done without the support of the Commissioner's Court. And I'm pleased to say that our program is the first of its kind in the nation. So far, we've fostered 3 other programs like ours within the state of Texas, in Ellis County, Travis County, and we currently have Harris County up with us this week training to get their program ready to be bringing with our. Again, thank you to the Commissioner's Court for this work
Commissioner Cantrell has a word.
Just like this program is recognized nationally, there's been a number of programs from this region that have been recognized, and a lot of it has to do with we've got the premier transportation expert, that's Michael Morris, and his staff, Chris, and others. They really benefit this region, and they're well respected nationwide. So we appreciate that. Thank all.
I'm straight down to Chris. I forgot to mention you're doing it one job.
I just want to, congratulate all of them. Mr. Morris, as I always say, and I say it very often, thank you for all the work you do for our region and our county. And of course, the sheriff department and everyone involved is still what matters, and I think this is good to know. Thank you.
Michael, let's make sure we get them funded for 13.
Well, you had me doing a lot of work this summer on 2 other programs, so I hope you'll be.
As soon as we finish the other 2 programs,
I'll be equally happy a week from now.
All right.
I have until the end of the month on 2 other programs.
I have an absolute confidence.
Because the public hearing is posted, I'm going
Let's go ahead and knock it.
Well, you got to number 1, and then after that, then I'll move the motion to suspend the agenda because it is posted. But anyway, at the time, I'll move for number 9 to 7.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Consent agenda. Item 10 is a public hearing on fiscal year 2012 Parkland Hospital District tax rate. Is there a motion to open the public hearing? Those in favor? Mr. Brown, would you lead us in this brief discussion?
Absolutely. Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. As was posted and run in the newspapers and advertised according to statute, this is the public hearing on the maximum tax rate for the Parkland Hospital District, or the Dallas County Hospital District, better known as Parkland. The proposed rate is 27.1 cents per hundred of millage. This is the same rate as the prior year. If you take roughly the average home of $150,000 with a standard deduction, they will save $6 due to the 1.71% decrease in property values on average.
All right, let's just get them to the effective rate.
No, the effective rate actually would be a higher rate than this. I do not have it handy, but I can send it by email. I'll have it ready for the
We're
next
below
one.
the county's bill and also apartments below.
Correct. Both are below the correct rate because the effective rate is actually higher than the current rate because of the mathematics of the property value.
The balance.
All right. Any other questions on this? Are there any speakers on the proposed fiscal year 2012 hospital district tax rate? Any speakers? Any speakers?
Judge, hearing no speakers at the third call, I move to close the public hearing on the 2012 Dallas County Hospital District tax rate.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item number 11 is a public hearing on the fiscal 2012 Dallas County tax rate.
Motion to open the public hearing on that 2012.
Second.
All those in favor? Are there any? Oh, I'm sorry. You want to?
Yeah, I'll just do the same thing I just did. Very similar to the Parkland tax rate, Dallas County has advertised this and posted as according to state law. This is the first of 2 public hearings that we'll be having on this rate. The rate that was proposed was 24.31 cents, which is the same rate as the prior year. As in Parkland's case, it is actually below the effective tax rate, which is the tax rate which brings in the same amount of tax revenue as the prior year. And similar to Parkland's, a $150,000 house with a standard deduction of say $5 due to the 1.71% property value.
And just so the public understands, because we deal in these numbers all the time, but there are no tax increases to either one, correct?
Correct.
And when we talk about being below the effective rate, what essentially is happening is if you owned your house last year, your tax bill should be a little lower this year.
If your house value went down, the average decrease, yes.
And upon average, the values are going down, so the taxes go down.
Correct.
That's great. That's what we weren't shooting for the values to go down. We were shooting the whole line on taxes, so that's great. Any comments on that, or before we go to speakers? Any speakers on the tax rate? Any speakers on the tax rate? Is there anyone who wishes to speak on the tax rate?
Judge, hearing none, and for calls, I would move to close the public hearing regarding 2012 tax rate for Dallas County.
All those in favor? Aye. Carries unanimously.
Judge, I will make a motion that we suspend the agenda that has been posted in order to go to closed section in regards to the issue.
And a second.
Judge, excuse me, but is this on the agenda, and is this in the best interest of the
It
audience?
is. It's called Robert's Rules of Order.
Well, I'm sorry. Well,
I know you don't understand.
I'll second it, and we can have a discussion then. Is there a second? Or?
I just said.
Okay. Would you like to say something before we vote?
We're going into closed session.
Right, and we're going to come out and discuss it anymore.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, this is by no means going to not allow you to vote on every item. We need to get some information that our lawyers have brought.
Before we proceed to 17.
My question is it necessary to leave the audience sitting here for some time while we go into closed session, or is this something we could do after speakers?
Yeah, I think it's prudent to do it now. So I hope it won't take too long, but since I don't know what the lawyers are going to tell us. Thank you.
Regarding to one of the items that we are going to.
All right, so there's been a motion and a second to suspend to go into closed session. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. The motion to bring court back, motion to reconvene.
Second.
All those in favor? Next, we will consider items on our formal agenda. Commissioner Garcia would like to discuss 17 and 33. Additionally, actually 17 out of the full. Commissioner Garcia would like to discuss 33.
Well, let me do a motion. Do a motion for it or not?
I think that's a unanimous. Or not 33, that's 17, I'm sorry.
Out of order, structure 38, excluding order 17, and they're all up for discussion for this second.
What about 30?
Substitute 36.
I'm gonna pull quote number 23.
Pleasure to bring staff and also substitute for 36.
All right, let me fill it out.
Take 23 out. Take 23 out. So 12 through 38 excluding 17 and 23 with the substitute for 36.
What about the? Okay, that's, I've got 17, 23, and 33. Is that what you have?
Well, if you wanted to discuss that here, correct?
33,
We will discuss it after we pass it. Is that right?
You just discussed before we passed.
All right, so we have a, did the maker receipt,
12 through 38, excluding for 17 and 23 with the substitute for 36.
And the second there accepts.
all right.
and I'm voting on the thing.
She wants to discuss
Is there
33.
any discussion?
Yes, thank you, Judge. I wanted to talk about Court 33, which is the contract for the elevators. I know we have been having problems at the Health and Human Services Department dealing with this contract. Mr. Thompson, I just want to be sure that the elevator and Commissioner Press were taking care of some of the issues that came out on Friday about it. Can you elaborate a little bit more on what you think, we should be doing with this?
Well, first of all, I want to thank John Clark for being on the situation. And so this is no discussion, my discussion is not about John Clark, it's about the elevators and the systems that we've had. So I would really defer to facilities to really kind of talk about it, and I can just kind of chime in on my issue.
Well, I am glad that we were able to keep you going late last week. And again, I think again yesterday morning we had to have somebody back on site. This particular unit has caused us angst almost since it was modernized approximately 10 years ago. And it has always been a problem even after that modernization. It is on the list to be modernized, and you all have funded that through the short-term debt that you issued. We are expected to have specifications from our elevator consultant by the end of September so that we can get that one replaced and get that one off the problem list.
And one of the things I wanted to ask is this consultant familiar with the parts, and the mechanism that was selected for the elevator? Obviously, some of the
I think what you'll see with the specifications for the replacements to remodernize will essentially be to rebuild and not use. We understand that the specific parts and the specific type of equipment that was used for that elevator when it was modernized previously was not appropriate for the application.
correct. It was not appropriate for the application. We should have
Our
a
elevator-
lifetime at least of 20 years.
Our
And here we
elevator-
are paying again to do it all over in less than 10 or so. So I just want to be sure that if we're going to use remodeling and this operate, we choose the right model. I mean, I was a little bit, disappointed to see that it seemed like to save costs, we really did with the correct parts in this elevator.
I think there was a question at the time. This particular elevator, I don't remember, it wasn't a part of the discussion to make that selection, but it certainly was very standard equipment at the time that it was chosen. I don't believe it was considered what we sometimes term one-off or any of those types of issues. We do definitely, when we do the modernization, while cost is a consideration, we do look at all the other factors and assuring that it's consistent with the other types of models that we use. Our elevator consultant is extremely concerned about this one as well, and making sure that we find the application that fits this. My hope, obviously, Commissioner, is that we don't end up in a situation where we have one like this that, for lack of a better word, has been a little bit of a lemon for a machine.
And may I say also, I agree with Commissioner Garcia, because I was stuck on one of the elevators in the jail with the sheriff and several members of the sheriff's staff for 45 minutes. and we ended up having to crawl on the bellies out the elevator. So I do want it fixed this time. And I just, and I think Commissioner Garcia brings up a good question. Are we sure we're going to get these elevators fixed, or should we replace certain key ones that are giving a lot of trouble?
Well, this will be the modernization will essentially be a replacement of the units, of the 11 units that have been identified as our critical units of 120.
And I want you to give the history, because the concern has not been, while it has been with the equipment, it's been as much with the service. And even though we change elevator consultants from time to time, we wind up basically the same personnel.
Well, I'd like to differentiate between our elevator consultant, who is an engineering firm that helps us identify problems and helps us with our annual inspections that are required, and our elevator maintenance contractor, which is this particular contract here. We are in the middle right now of evaluating a new maintenance contract. And we have had a recommendation from our consultant. We've asked for additional information so that a recommendation can come forward to the court to make sure that we are getting the right maintenance service contractor in here. In the past, Commissioner Price is correct. We have had limited interest in servicing our elevators, and we've had a limited number of firms to choose from. This time around, we did have 6 vendors respond to our solicitation, and we are trying to vet through those vendors correctly to make sure that we have a good recommendation to the court as to who maintains these for us in the long haul. What we have noticed in the past is when we have switched at times, we still see the same faces because the technicians just move from one group to another. So we're trying to make sure we have all of those issues before we bring that recommendation to you. I will tell you, I think we will have, when this recommendation comes forward to the court, we will need to make sure that we have a good discussion about that recommendation and the decision that the court makes.
I would also like to have the list of all the elevators that are up for modernization.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. And then that was my question. I noticed I didn't know all the background even when the agenda item we talked
But
about.
this is a temporary extension to help us.
Correct, to help us get into that.
Because we have had some meetings to make sure that we're getting the information.
Well, I just want to be sure that this time, we have the guarantee that we're supposed to have, which is almost 20 years now.
Right, but I think the leading point is still my concern, that when the elevators break down, that the maintenance company is able to get to the scene in a faster time frame, and that we're talking about ordering parts. In one case, they order the parts and deliver them to me to make sure they got them on time. I think my point is, we need to have the maintenance company ensure that we're getting the correct parts, and so there's no delay in the return of the system. Again, I want to commend John Clark for his presence there and ensuring that we'll be back up and running. Thank you to the commission for their support.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge.
Any other discussion on matters on
Judge, show me his vote no on number 20.
all those in favor of motion carries unanimously on all 20. So it was 20, all 20 next, that brings us to our briefing agenda. Of course, now we can be in public session and recess for the briefing session, allowing to be considered for a subsequent session. Mr. Martin, will lead the meeting.
Item 1, Health and Human Services, 1A, recommend approval for fiscal year 2012 Department of State Health Services contract, effective September 1, 2011 through March 31st, 2012. Item 1B, recommend approval of the submission of the continuation application to the Dallas Area Agency of Aging for fiscal year 2012. Item 2, Criminal Justice, recommends authorization to utilize justice Assistance Grant. Funds to create a DCIM System Administrator Assistant to assign to the Dallas County Sheriff's Office and authorize HR Civil Service to review the proposed request for proper classification. Item 3, elections. Recommends Commissioners Court order the local option election for the town of Sunnyvale. Item 4, Human Resources Civil Service. Recommends Commissioner Court approve the medical program accrual rates for calendar year 2012 at an estimated medical cost reduction of approximately $460,000. Look, Matt, you had a comment on that? Item 5, District Clerk recommends approval of professional services agreement with Tower Technologies to provide financial data tokens for use of collection forms. Item 6, Facilities Management recommends approval of investment grade audit agreement with Schneider Electric. I believe Janet had one comment on that item.
We are going to make some minor changes to the IGA that you all see there to clarify how MWE participation will be calculated as the different phases move forward. Schneider did provide us with, in their backhoe response, a 48% participation rate in the construction side. We just want to make sure that we're very clear about what the expectations are. And in talking to our MWE coordinator, she'd like to see some additional language in this document. So we'll see that change when it comes through.
Item 8, Information Technology. 8A, recommends approval of funding for the purchase of additional disk storage space from free IT data systems. Funding to be split between MTF, DA forfeiture, and Justice Assistance Grant. Item 8B, recommends approval of the personal services contract with Austin Ribbon and Computer for Server Administrator. Item 9, Public Works. 9A, recommends approval of Amendment 1 to the interlocal cooperative agreement between the North Central Texas Council of Governments and Dallas County for the Cockpit Trail Bicycle and Pedestrian Project. Item 9B, recommends approval of award to CPS Civil LLC for a construction contract for the Gaston and Washington Avenue Improvement Project. Item 9C, recommends the county accept the city of Lancaster proposal to represent the city as trustee in the designated tax foreclosure sales. Item 9D is the same for city of Balch Springs. Item 10A, you have your conference travel training request. 10D, your hierarchies acceptance. You only have one in the district attorney's office. And if there are no questions or information or miscellaneous, you have 3 speakers listed, I believe, Judge, and I do want to remind that we have our park and budget hearing at 11 a.m.
As you come forward, please, I'm going to ask that our court members please begin.
All Commissioners Court attendees are hereby advised that this meeting is conducted in accordance with the provisions of the Dallas County Code, Section 74-71. Visitors and registered speakers are to preserve order and decorum at all times. Personal, profane, or slanderous remarks are not appropriate and will not be allowed at any time during this public meeting. Any and all applause is to be kept brief in observance of time constraints. Disruptive visitors and/or registered speakers may be removed and are subject to the penalties provided in the State of Texas Penal Code, Sections 38.13, 42.01, and 42.05. Registered individual speakers are limited to a maximum of 3 minutes, and the maximum discussion on any one topic is limited to 30 minutes.
If you can state your name and your address before beginning.
I'm Kathy Burrow. The address is 7215 Bosque Boulevard, Waco, Texas. Thank you, Your Honor, and County Commissioners. As I said, I'm Kathy Burrow. I'm the president of the Texas Process Servers Association, and I'm proud to represent more than 1,200 members of TPSA, all professional men and women consisting of individuals, small businesses that have chosen the profession of civil process service. Recently, with the budgetary concerns and the recent cutbacks of the Dallas County constables, TPSA would like to assist county taxpayers and the Sheriff's Office with service of the non-enforcement civil documents at no cost to the taxpayers. There are currently over 6,000 Texas Supreme Court certified process servers in Texas, and over 1,000 of them currently reside in the Dallas Metroplex area. There is a solution to the problem currently in Dallas County concerning the service of process. Privatizing the service of process will save the taxpayers of Dallas County millions of dollars annually by not having the taxpayers subsidize the budget shortfalls that the county is currently experiencing. By privatizing, this will transfer the burden of the liabilities of Dallas County that are sometimes involved in the service of process. But it will also increase the speed and efficiency of the process service and alleviate any court backlogs that would occur due to shortages of deputies serving non-enforcement documents. In 2005, when the Texas Supreme Court approved the statewide certification program, this created professionalism to the thousands of process servers across the state. The integrity it has given our profession in Texas is being recognized by other states and across the nation that does not currently have a state certification program. The process servers who are certified through the Texas Supreme Court certification program have requirements that they must pass. They must undergo training and demonstrate knowledge regarding the laws involving process service. They also must undergo a criminal background check before receiving their certification and are required to be recertified every 3 years. As trained professionals in our field, we realize that there are certain papers that must be served by sworn law enforcement officers. However, the non-enforcement papers currently being delivered deal with private litigation and other private legal matters. Our efforts to assist Dallas County taxpayers during these difficult financial times will result in reducing the expenditures of the county. This will also allow the Sheriff's Office to continue to concentrate on law enforcement activities and only having to execute those documents for enforcement. Working together, we can find the best course for the people of Dallas County by assisting the court clerks along with Dallas County Sheriff's Office during this transition.
Thank you. I've got, we're going to have some questions, I think. Go ahead.
As far as I think in the last session of the legislature, is there currently a task force before the Supreme Court with regards to expanding process service, to my understanding, with regards to private process service?
With the Texas Supreme Court?
Yes.
Expanding?
Expanding.
Not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge. I can tell you about the certification program.
What about certification?
Okay, yes.
I'll see you soon. Legislation.
Thank you.
I've got a question.
Yes.
Any other questions for Ryan?
Yes.
Ryan, are we making money or losing money for the taxpayers on the service of these civil processes?
The response to that is that we break even. By commissioners or by state statutes, we're not allowed to make a profit on the service of papers. So Virginia sets a rate for those services that is at a break-even point. Any given year, that means we probably lose a little bit or gain a little bit, but effectively it's a break-even over a period of time.
So if my process server gets into an automobile accident or for some other reason is sued, is that factored into that break-even or is that tax break-even?
I would. If Virginia says she doesn't include any
not include that.
Vehicle accident claims.
So we're taking on liability with the hope of breaking even. Is that fair?
Correct, but we do use an indirect cost rate with a high average on it. That does not include the specifics you're discussing, but it does include general overhead throughout the county.
So what are you, assuming that we wanted to expand the role of civil process service, I'm not sure what we could do for you, because isn't that a decision for private lawyers today?
No, that's for the Supreme Court. That's what I'm telling you. It is, and the Supreme Court is contemplating.
So just so I'm clear, is there anything you're asking us to consider doing with process service, or you just tell us you're out?
We are looking to take, because of the cutbacks that have occurred in the budgetary concerns that are going on currently here in Dallas County. We are, certified process servers. We've been trained. We're able to take those non-enforcement documents that instead of the constables or the sheriffs delivering those, we're able to take that plus the liability off of the Dallas County taxpayers, that they would be out there, doing. There are, documents that, of course, they do have to serve the enforcement documents. We can't do that.
Okay, my question is this, though. I understand that you're out there and that y'all can do that as a private lawyer. I use private process service and you do a fantastic job. What is it, if anything, you're asking this court to do to promote the private process server or that option? I don't see where there's anything we can do.
One of the reasons why I'm here is to offer our services, to let you know, because of the things that have occurred here recently, is to let you know that by privatizing, there is a solution to this problem, and that would be for the
And that's by the Supreme Court,
Yeah, right. Ryan, what percentage of our process does not require law enforcement? Is that the 33% that we basically?
It's going to be right in that 40% range at this point.
So 40% of the papers they get don't require.
At this point, we don't require a law enforcement presence with the service.
40%.
And I think the question really being asked is the decision to have private process is not one that lies within the commission court purview. That is a decision of the parties in the lawsuit and potentially a decision of the court in which the processing occurs.
Well, Ryan, is this not a legislative decision? I don't know if there's a task force. Commissioner, if you don't know there's a task force, that may be erroneous. But could this not be a legislative?
Clearly, within the purview of the legislation, they can promulgate rules any way they want by statute. There may be a committee being established by the Supreme Court that will be promulgating rules.
House Bill 79.
Yeah. I mean, I may be wrong, but it's House Bill 79.
That's the legislative.
No, it's the Supreme Court. I'm going to talk for you to read, but it's called House Bill 79. It gives the power to the Supreme Court. But that's okay. I'll get a credit.
Well, whether it is or not, I don't want to get into that. I didn't realize that this would be a legislative or a legislative committee. So that's what I'm not a lawyer, so I don't pretend to know I'm asking the questions.
Clearly, the legislation can do that. The Supreme Court has been power based on legislation that just passed. They will be establishing additional rules if they so choose. Absent that, though, it's not within the purview of the Commissioner's Court to decide who serves that process. Absent the party saying, I want private process, and then it will get to the process or the Sheriff's Office.
I want to get more information on that. So you offer testimony, you want to know what's going on in the legislature and the Supreme Court, and be up to date on what the remedies might be.
Right, I'm not familiar with the House bill that you just discussed. I am familiar with some of the other ones, though. Okay.
Ms. Pearl, thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Mr. Kirk French. Mr. Kirk French. Mr. French, same rules apply to you, sir. If you just state your name and your address.
Okay, I'm Kirk French. I live at 5918 Brookline in Raleigh, Texas. Now I'm a lawyer, civil process certified. Only for 30 years.
Yeah, no joke.
Now, when you talk about the expansion deal, you talk about the Commissioner's Court, the Supreme Court looking into the FDDs.
That's correct. That is correct.
Well, we're not going to do that. I mean, there's no way that we can go out there and set people out.
Well, it's not set out.
Please speak a little bit louder so
It is not set out.
Be strictly the
It's
initial
strictly
closings.
the process, sir. It's not set out.
Okay, but what I understand.
What's in the law? What's in the law? Well, it says FDDs.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's service.
It's the same thing as citation.
there'll still be that distinction between
Settings and
setup.
service.
While the RIP
It
can't
can't
work.
work.
I'm sorry.
RIP.
No, he still won't be able to do that, even if they pass it.
I know, sir. I mean, I used to be at the council, but you very well know.
I understand. What I,
Mr. Fritz, if you could raise that up just a little bit, that might.
Yes, and remember, this is testimony, this isn't a two-way conversation with one commissioner. We all want to hear what you have to say.
Okay, but as far as, y'all breaking in with council,
And I'm gonna suspend the time on that because we were talking to him, I want to get your thoughts of what they are. So let's go ahead and tell us what you want to say, then we may have some more questions for you.
what I think is that if you make a point, district clerk to give the attorneys, just tell them they need to go over and pay the private or not pay the service fee for the county. And choose they know who private processor, all let them pay them. But according to what I got here, y'all lost $5 million last deal in cost. And it's $4,998,000. So, don't break down, doing away with the car expense, insurance, lawsuits against the constables, building maintenance, telephones and all that stuff, it adds up. And we pay for our stuff, we pay for our insurance, we pay for our E&O insurance, and we get sued. So, I mean, it's all in place, it's already there.
Thank you for your comments. Are there any questions for Mr. Fritz? Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Our last speaker is John Barr. Is John Barr. Mr. John Barr. I'll call one more time, Mr. John Barr. And did I leave out any registered speakers? Are there any registered speakers who left off? I heard a lot of distractions. Anyway, all right, hearing none. The court is now reconvened in public session and has no need to recess for its closed session. We were able to knock out what few minutes there were when we went back to in the earlier closed session. So, let me go through that closed session was authorized by Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code that was previously posted. Any action, and there was none, that as a result of that closed session that needs to be acted on in the public session will be acted on in a subsequent open session. Oh, well, that's right. He's reminding me, actually, we did suspend and pull Court Order 17, which y'all, as a result of closed session. So there's no need for a further closed session. This court will stand in recess until 11 o'clock and approximately 50 minutes for the Parkland budget hearing.